So how's it going, everybody? And go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on the video. Um, I'll definitely start doing these movie reviews, as I've said before, because I'm doing this professionally. The movie we are getting into right now is Black Adam. So Black Adam, I know again I'm a little late on this movie, so there. So if so up until this point you probably already know about the full controversies. You probably already know about the Rock getting taken, trying to get this movie off the ground for about 15 years. He announced back in 2007 he was going to be Black Adam. He was going to be this was this was a pretty much just a DC movie that just kind of took forever. He was going back and forth with the studio about the the box office, how much this movie made. He said the movie wasn't a flop. The studio said this movie was a flop. Found out the movie was a flop. Supposed to double its budget, barely made a little bit over. So just a whole bunch of stuff going on here. DC, going on a firing spree, firing all the original people, including The Rock. Uh, I keep calling him The Rock. I'm gonna call him Dwayne Johnson. I can't get it. I can't get his wrestling days out of my head. I grew up as a kid watching him as a wrestler, so I'll try to refer to him as Dwayne Johnson. But so Dwayne Johnson uh, uh, was fired. He tried to bring back Henry Cavill as Superman. That didn't pan out very well. So James Gunn's taking over the helm at DC. Just a whole bunch of changes going on at the studio. So that's it. That's everything quickly summarized. The drama behind this movie in a nutshell. So basically, the movie Black Adam. So Black Adam is about he's an Egyptian superhero. His name's Teth Adam. He's awakened after a 5,000 year slumber, and there's some bad people going after a crown to awaken an evil. I guess that's what. So that's pretty much the summary. If you so okay, here's my thing with this movie. It has really good visuals. What superhero film doesn't? At this point, you know, this is 2020. This was back in 2022, which now I'm reviewing this in as of January 3rd, 2023. So this is a movie again. It's a superhero film with really good visuals, really cool special effects, cool action, stars. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, um, Aidis Hodges. Is that how you say his name? I might be pronouncing his name wrong. I just remember him as MC Ren from Straight Outta Compton, who's playing Hawkman, and Pierce Brosnan, which I think is in my opinion, I think is the best actor in the entire movie. Um, this director, I don't really know him that well. I just know that he directed a lot of movies I didn't care for. Some mediocre Liam Neeson films. He also directed House of Wax, which I thought that movie was terrible. So he is giving a superhero film. So he has no superhero films on his discography or his filmography. Uh, so that's basically that's how you're gonna have to go into this movie. If you can ignore the really awful writing, because the writing in this movie is horrendous. It's some of the worst writing I think I've experienced in a movie, not just in a superhero movie, in a movie period. Like the writing is really bad. Like if you're looking for good storytelling, because there's barely a story here. or this movie feels like at times like it's trying to create a story that's not really there. Um, I mean, it's a it's they're after a crown for whatever reason. There's an annoying kid in there. That kid, he was annoying. I really wanted him to just kind of die off in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. He was getting on my nerves. The Rock is playing The Rock. Surprise there. I didn't see Black Adam at all. I didn't even see him disappearing character. It's just the Rock playing The Rock. Uh, and they're trying to say he's this villain, you know. And again, this is where the bad writing comes into play, because his idea being not being a hero or whatever is just him constantly saying it to the audience over and over again. You know, think Will Smith in the 2016 Suicide Squad, where he kept saying "we're the bad guys" over and over again, and that immediately justifies him as being a bad guy. I guess I don't know. It was dumb there. It's dumb here. Uh, uh, Davis shows up as Amanda Waller for no reason. Um, Seriously, this I I mean, there's people that I ran into that really like this movie. Again, if you like this movie, that's really good. So as you can tell, I don't like this movie. I hate it when superhero films do this, where they just feel like they can just get away with the bare minimum, and that's what Black Adam is doing. Because seriously, there's no story. There's no motivation for the hero. There's no motivation for the villain. Uh, there's no motivation for anybody. They're just doing things because, well, it's a superhero movie. I mean, they try to do this thing with him where it's a morality thing where he shouldn't be killing people, but he's been asleep for 5,000 years. There's no reason for him to be a good guy, but for some reason, he's just a good guy because. And, you know, The Rock was in charge of this movie. I did it again. Dwayne Johnson was in charge of this movie, and he wanted his Black Adam to be a good guy, so that way he could face off against Superman, which it's not. You know, I guess I could spoil it. Everybody probably knows about it before you've seen the movie. The ending credit scene where Superman just kind of shows up out of the blue. Um, which, if you're not really familiar with them being in the DC universe together, it's a really confusing end credit scene. But he shows up, but it's a thing for the fans, so you know, good for them. Uh, but this movie was just so poorly written. There's a scene in here where, so to get this crown. Um, the crown isn't even secured. This is supposed to be a really powerful relic that they have to keep away from the bad guy that has been sealed away for 5,000 years. But somebody just walks in through the opening in a cave, and it's sitting right there. Like literally, like they didn't have to go through any traps or nothing like that. It's sitting right there. And then to awaken Black Adam, the encryption is sitting right there on the ground, so that way um, they can let him out. That is the level of writing in this movie. Seriously, that's the level of writing. So if that's something that you really are into, whatever, I guess I actually this is why Black Adam is the reason why I think I am getting tired of superhero films. As I said before, this thinks it can just get away with the bare minimum. It's a generic superhero film at best. There's nothing to really to it. Again, the whole trying to make Black Adam this good guy, Hawkman. I guess Hawkman. He basically his dialogue is, and I swear to you guys, about maybe 70 to 75% of his dialogue is him telling Black Adam not to kill anybody. You don't kill. Heroes don't kill. and like the people he's killing though are like thugs and mercenaries. So I'm like, well, okay, well he's not killing anyone bad. So like, what are you talking about? Like again, like the writing in this movie is stupid. It is some of the worst writing I've ever experienced in a movie. So, and then this same person who keeps begging him over and over again to stop killing, towards the end of the movie, he pretty much contradicts what he was trying to accomplish throughout the entire movie. So it's like, so what was the point of you running around doing that for the entire movie? Yeah. No. Again, it's not a bad movie depending on what you're looking for. I personally don't like this movie, and I'll probably never return to it. So sorry that it's my long-winded review for Black Adam. So if you like this movie, again, comment below. Maybe you're thinking, Rob, you're crazy. This is actually a good movie. Rob, like there's something wrong with you. You need to get your head checked. You probably need to watch this movie again because your eyes are bad. You don't know movies. I don't know, whatever your reasoning is. Definitely comment below and just let me know your opinion. Definitely let me know your opinion. This is my review for Black Adam, and I will see you next one. Peace.